it's a very important thing that we are about to talk. Everybody wants health and happiness and fulfillment and meaningfulness in life. All these things come from your knowledge of yourself. Your knowledge about your own self calls for deep spirituality. Vis-a-vis materialism. Materialism considers you as just a group of atoms and molecules. But spirituality tells you that you are a pure consciousness and in no way connected to the atoms and molecules. Consciousness is eternal, and this eternity of consciousness seeks many, many experiences and therefore seeks many, many bodies. And in many, many bodies, in many, many dimensions, the spirit or the entity called as consciousness seeks experiences. And that's how we come to this earth planet also, this 3D dimension too, into a physical body. And then once we come here into the physical body, the rule is that we forget ourselves. But the innate thing is always there, just to be tapped. So, when we are born, when we forget, but again something is there, some search for, some X factor is there, which pulls you back into spirituality, back into the discovery or the recovery of the self. Discovery of the self or the recovery of the self by the self, for the self, of the self, by the self, for the self. This process is called a spirituality, and this fact is rediscovered, recovered through what is called as meditation. When we are born, then the interaction of the soul and the physical dimensions creates what is called as the mind. The mind is a replica of the conditions in which you are born, brought up, you are taught, indoctrinated. And the mind gives you many things, and among those many things is also suffering, unhappiness. That is the nature of the mind. But when you do meditation, when you overcome the impact of your mind on your own self, then beautiful things happen. There is a rediscovery or the recovery of the self for the self. When that happens, you are called as enlightened. You have recovered the facts for yourself. The way is meditation. And the way for meditation is being with the breath. Everybody has the breath, but they don't cash in on the breath. So when you close your eyes and observe your breathing, when you put a separate agenda for yourself to be away from this world for a while, to dive deep within yourself, then when you close your eyes, then begin to observe your breathing. Many things happen. Or all things happen which you are craving for, which you wanted badly. When you observe the breathing, closing your eyes and just observe your breathing, in the beginning it appears as a useless affair. Nevertheless, in a very short time, you will understand it as a useful affair. When you keep your eyes closed and begin to observe your breathing, hands into hand, fingers into fingers, sitting comfortably for quite a length of time. If your age is 20, then at least 20 minutes is the critical minimum time. Or if you are 40 or 50, then 40 minutes or 50 minutes is the minimum critical time, during which you have to sit with our eyes closed and constantly watch your breath, observe your breathing. When you sit like that, then many things happen. You feel energy movements in the body. Otherwise, you would never feel any energy movements in the body. When your mind is active, you don't feel the energy movements in the body. But when the mind is pacified through meditation, through breath awareness, then for the first time you begin to see energy movements in the body. Some energy is coming down into you, some energy is moving from down to up. Very many things happen. You become aware of a new dimension called as the energy dimension. So you are, for the first time, into an energy world. You perceive yourself as an energy entity, and there is an energy dynamics. Then, to the extent the mind becomes empty through observing the breathing, to that extent you enter into the dynamics of energy. Then you don't view yourself as atoms and molecules or particles. Okay. You become energy. And energy dynamics, you begin to observe, begin to be fascinated with them. As you progress further in the art and science of practice of meditation, then you will enter into a light phenomena. From the energy movements phenomena to a light phenomena. You will experience big lights. You will see explosions of light and preceded by tunnels of darkness, explode into vastness of lights. All these things do happen. Should you be sincere and serious in the practice of meditation, beginning with the awareness of the breath. That is the key word, awareness of the breath. When you begin to see the light phenomena, then by and by, slowly and slowly, you will begin to see many dimensions beyond our current wildest imagination. The creation is such a vast thing, and we understand the vastness of creations, creative dimensions existing in the creation. Then you are thrilled with these snapshots of dimensions. you will understand that there are so many existing systems in creation, apart from what we can see with our physical eyes, or understand with our mental training. This is called the awakening of the spiritual eye. Breath awareness gives you what is called as the maximization of your energies, and then followed by an activation of a spiritual eye. Many people will have different experiences depending upon their own past lives and the different paths in this current life, different aspirations, different understandings. Everybody will have different experiences of energy movements in the first place, and then light visions and spiritual eye activation. Then we continue to go ahead by daily practice. Then the spiritual eye slowly gets more and more perfected, and you will begin to see with more and more clarity the dimensions beyond your known or what you ordinarily experience with your physical eyes. The physical eyes gives you a little knowledge about the current dimension. The spiritual eye, it gives you an awareness of so many other dimensions, so many other worlds. And you begin to see the grandeur of the whole cosmos. And you will understand the grandeur of your own self, who is able to see all the grandeur beyond Vibgyan, beyond the capacity of the physical eyes. We have got spiritual eye. And when that truth dawns upon you that you are not this physical body, okay, you drop it at the end of your lifetime, and you fly off as a free bird, free soul. Then you look back and understand that it has been a great adventure, a great lesson in experience, and a lesson in truth and perspective. Many facts of spirituality become available to you, like, you have taken many births, you have incarnated yourself in many times, and the purpose of every incarnation was to take you a little higher in your evolution. The more you do meditation, the more you are balanced in your current life, day-to-day life, of family, of business, of society, of the daily comedies and tragedies in which you live. The more spiritual you become, the more you see everything as a comedy and less as a tragedy. When you don't enter into breath awareness or meditation practice or spiritual eye, much of what is happening around you, you will perceive the tragedy of the things, or the meaninglessness of the things, or the purposelessness of things, or the ad hocness of things. But as you perfect your spiritual eye, we understand that there is no ad hocness at all. Everything is a grand plan, a grand purpose, a grand meaning, a grand joy, a grand progress. And when you see the meaning, see the purpose, have the joy, then your physical body becomes very, very healthy, dynamic. In the presence of your spiritual eye and spiritual experiences, the physical body becomes absolutely dynamic and healthy, and you will have a physical life as long as you want. Okay. When your spiritual eye is awakened, you will see everything through the spiritual eye. You will see the spirituality behind everything. Behind every event, every person, every occurrence, every object, you will see the spirituality. You begin to understand the subject of spirituality. Then a cosmic smile comes to you. You see everything as, nothing is tragedy, everything as a great joy. Meditation should be done as much as possible. Whenever there is no other work, pressing work, we indulge in useless things, useless works, or useless conversations with people. When you understand that what's most important is your welfare, your progress, then you put a stop to these useless, purposeless conversations with useless and purposeless people. Spirituality gives you purpose, gives you energy, gives you meaning, and you will thank yourself for taking to the meditation practice. You will thank those people who have helped you to get introduced to meditation. You will be forever thankful to them. There is a deep gratitude that arises for those people who have informed you of the art and science of meditation, which boils down to breath awareness. The breath is our link to the cosmic energy. When the breath is no more there, then your link to cosmic energy is severed, and your link to the physical body is also severed. You come out of the body. Physical body is a great instrument for enjoyment and for learning. But without meditation, neither you enjoy in your physical body, nor you learn from anything at all. You just exist. We don't exactly understand what is living. Spirituality changes everything for yourself. When you are into spirituality, then your class becomes revealed to you, and you become purer and happier. Without doing meditation, we are stuck up with many, many flaws. Flaws of perception, flaws of reception, flaws in action, reaction. But when you are adept in meditation, there are no more any flaws in your appreciation of others, appreciation of yourself, receiving things, understanding things, grasping things, or giving expression to your views, or understanding the viewpoints of others. There are no more any flaws. You will live a beautiful, glorious and useful life. Once your spiritual eye is awakened through meditation practice, through breath awareness, you begin to see the value of everything, or the greatness of everything, or the joy of everything. Every day one should do meditation. Sit happily in a chair or sofa, hands into hands, fingers into fingers, closing the eyes and observing the incoming and the outgoing breathing. No mantras whatsoever, no chantings or prayers. We are eternal verities of consciousness, wisdom and knowledge. We are the chip of God, to say. Everything that is existing is a chip of God. And we are also existing, we are also part of the whole, and we are also a chip of God. Regular meditation, you become a superior being. Without meditation, you are stuck up in being an inferior being. And that inferiority breeds unhappiness in you. And when that is overcome, inferiority is overcome, you do become a superior human being, more humble, more wise, more energetic, more understanding, more scientific. Then you have arrived in your life. Should you think that you are just a physical body, you are an inferior human being or an immature human being. Then you have to become a mature human being. With practice of meditation, everybody becomes a mature human being, a knower of facts, a knower of truth. And there is a shine in the eyes of such a person. Okay. Other people see this shine as something mysterious, but there is nothing mysterious. This person has been a candidate for spirituality for a very long time, so therefore a mysterious glint in the eyes and a mysterious smile on the face. Because he became mature, he knows himself as the vast consciousness, which is otherwise called as God. Okay. Any time is best time for meditation. Morning, afternoon, evening, night. We have to sit with closed eyes, because when you open the eyes, what you see the world. When you close your eyes, then the world doesn't exist for you. And you are not expending any energy to catch the world. So you are containing your energy within yourself, and in addition, when you observe the breathing, you get new energies. And a combination of that conservation of a body's energy and arrival of new energies throws the spiritual eye into a great opening. This has to be experienced. Right from the age of 5, one must practice meditation. Minimum, according to your age, if your age is 20 minutes, you must close your eyes every day. No day should be missed. Meditation practice is like a music practice. Every day you practice your music, your instrument, isn't it? To become a good musician. Similarly, everybody, to become a good meditator, a master of meditation, every day should practice meditation. Set apart some time. Definitely according to the age of yourself. If you're age of 40 minutes. If you're age 60 minutes. You don't have to go anywhere out or any ashram or any center. Just stay in your house, be with your breath. Begin to be aware of your breath. Then, when your spiritual eyes awaken, when the spiritual dimensions are revealed to you, you have become a spiritual master. The destiny of every soul is to become a spiritual master. As the destiny of every born baby is to become an adult, isn't it? It's natural. If the baby doesn't become an adult, it is against the law of nature. It doesn't happen. Nature is always nature. So, every soul entity must become mature, must become aware of the spiritual eye, and it will happen in due course by dedication in meditation. When you become a mature or a superior human soul, a human entity, through practice of meditation, great practice of meditation, all problems cease for you. Physical problems, no more physical problems. Emotional problems, no more emotional problems. Intellectual problems, no more intellectual problems. Social problems, no more social. You become a member of a grander society than you have been living. Now you enter a circle of enlightened people. You become a member of a great spiritual society, where you are a member as much of spirituality as every other member in the group, in the society, in the spiritual sangha. Every turn of the road you will meet other spiritual people through the simple principle of law of attraction. What you are is what you attract to yourself. When you become a mature soul, you attract all other mature souls. You begin to interact with them. Otherwise, if you remain in an immature soul, you will only attract other immature souls. And that is great suffering. But when you become a mature soul, you will attract only other mature souls into your circle of interaction. Then you have begun a great, real community life. The Pyramid Spiritual Society's movement gives the training of meditation to every person, invites every person into the practice of meditation, explains to every person what exactly meditation is. Meditation is conserving your body's energies and maximizing your soul's energies by closing your eyes and observing the breathing. Once you become a mature and energetic and spiritual being, you are freed of all the nonsense in terms of doctors, medicines, hospitals, surgeries. It's all great nonsense. You will happily come out of this nonsense. And you will always be healing yourself in a natural way, through your own energy, through your own beingness, through your own meditation. Problems vanish away, melt away, and they never come back again. Alone you are happy, together you are happy, and must say you are happy, you are always happy. Come what may, you are happy. Go what may from you, you will be happy. Come what may to you, you will be happy. There are two terms which need to be understood. One is called as mindfulness. The another word is called as mindfreeness. Through meditation, you achieve these both of these states. You become so very mindful that whatever work you do with great mindfulness and great productivity out of it. And at the same time, you are mind free also. Nothing bothers you. Your mind ceases to bother you and others' minds cease to bother you. You become a mind-free person and a mindful person at the same time. the troubling mind, you are out of the troubling mind, you are mind free. The useful mind, useful mindfulness, you are greatly into it. And mindfulness and mind freeness, both these great things become natural to you. Your cup of life becomes full of mindfulness and full of mind freeness. It's a paradox, but it's a thing to be experienced. When you want to use the mind, you are full of your mindfulness. When you don't want to use your mind, you are just free of the mind and you float like a boat in the water. Without meditation, the water comes into the boat and the boat is sunk. With meditation, the boat floats on the water and crosses the ocean. The water does not enter into the boat. And it's a great pleasure traveling in the boat where the water doesn't enter the boat. Once, without meditation, the water enters the boat and no sooner than that, it gets sunk. And you vacate the body. And you have to take another body. Apart from meditation or along with meditation, what's more important is your kindness, your compassion department towards all living beings, especially the younger brothers called as animals. You can't kill them, you can't eat them unless it's killing you, trying to kill you. Unless an animal is trying to kill you, you have no righteousness to kill that animal. A goat, a fish in water is not trying to kill you. How dare we kill the goat and the fish? And the bird that is flying, why we shoot and kill it and eat it? It's a very barbarous state of affairs. It's a very old Stone Age philosophy. Not a civilized way, not a mature way of interacting with other life forms. Desisting from animal killings, violence, and eating the carcasses. Okay, so we have to be herbivorous, not carnivorous. Because man is basically a herbivorous mammal, not a carnivorous mammal. If you are a carnivorous, you are going against the nature of the basic human being. Is a herbivorous mammal. So, on the one side, this kind of compassion or caring of the animal kingdom, not at all harming the animal kingdom. On the other hand, domesticating those animals, giving some compassion and love and friendship to all the animals, and helping them to become evoluted, and they will also come into subsequent lives of human body. When you domesticate animals, when you show love and togetherness with animals, they get promoted to the human kingdom. That is our main duty, to help the animal kingdom to get promoted to the human kingdom. We are not here to destroy the animal kingdom. We are here to help and promote the animal kingdom to come into the human kingdom. When you are having such compassion towards all animal kingdom, you have become a candidate for the divine kingdom. You get promoted from the human kingdom to the divine kingdom, and there is no more rebirth for you. When you promote yourself through a lot of compassion, a lot of meditation, activation of a spiritual eye, when you become a member of the divine kingdom, then you don't need your human birth again. There are so many other things to do in the great divine kingdom and the administration of the whole cosmos, all the dimensions. There are so many other things. When you become a mature human being, an enlightened human being, when the whole thing boils down to breath awareness, when you are having this breath awareness program every day, then you regain your compassion, you regain your friendship with everything, you regain your spiritual eye, you regain your purpose, your meaningfulness in the whole system, whole existence. And this breath awareness is otherwise called as Anapanasati, ancient word given by Buddha. In Pali language, Ana means inhalation, Apana means exhalation, Sati means to be with. This word, Anapanasati, is the greatest word, simply called as breath awareness, not breath control or breath modification. It is just breath awareness, coupled with non-killing, non-violence and non-interference in other life forms. And you have become what you should become. Set apart time for breath awareness, becoming one with the breath, energizing yourself, activating your spiritual eye, activating your compassion habit. Thank you very much. We have founded what is called as the Pyramid Spiritual Societies movement. The mission is to spiritualize every person on the planet Earth. We have got a huge army of generals in this movement. Every general is another Buddha. All these Buddhas, generals of meditation, masters of spirituality, they go out and teach and explain what is meditation and the uses of meditation, the benefits of meditation, the results of meditation. And we have seen that millions and millions of people are doing meditation. A big spiritual revolution from this part of the world, South India, where the origin was there, where I started this movement about 25 years back, in a place called as Kurnool in South India, in Andhra Pradesh state. Now it has spread everywhere, and the great websites, you have to go into the websites to understand a little of the magnitude of the whole movement. Our website is www.pssmovement.org and www.pyramidseverywhere.org. Pyramids are very important for meditation. When you do meditation inside a pyramid, your meditation becomes thrice more powerful. Right in the Atlantean age and the Lemurian age, and much before that also, in all ages there were pyramids. There are all pyramids now. We are building more pyramids. Pyramids are great symbols of spiritual science and oneness and spiritual energy and harmony. The Earth is a small planet and is Milky Way galaxy is just one galaxy. There are infinite number of galaxies. And they're all governed by galactic federations, intergalactic federations, It's a big thing to understand all these things. And many, many masters have written so many great books. Barbara Marciniak, Barbara Hand-Clough, many others. You have to read a lot to understand the cosmic structure and the human structure. A lot of book reading is very important. All this information is available in our websites. Today it's all information age. You can access information from your home. And you should do that. Become more knowledgeable about the spirituality, which governs the materiality. The whole picture decides the small picture. With the physical eyes, you are into the small picture. With your spiritual eye, you are into the big picture. The more you see the big picture, the more clarity in the small picture that you get. And that will make you very, very noble and efficient person in the here and now. You become more noble, you become more efficient, you become happier and healthier in the here and now with your progress in spirituality. Pyramids will come everywhere. Meditation will be there everywhere. Non-killing, non-violence and non-interference will be there everywhere. Welcome to visit our site www.pss movement. PSS stands for Pyramid Spiritual Societies. And become a master yourself. Thank you.